I can't wait to get my neck frozen. Each time it's down for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the dojo. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for. Running to these plays, no hassle. Couldn't spend what I spend on gas though. Now she wanna pull me in, no lasso. Would've bought a Montclair, didn't match though.
Man, you wanna act like an asshole. Man, you wanna burn this cat sight. Knew that fella and I got it from sight. Just started this shit and I feel like I might to get my neck frozen. Each time it's down for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the dojo. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for.
Dojo.
Peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie, Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture, mastering youthfulness, contentment, and NFTs. Let's cue the sound. You're in the dojo. You know where you at. You know what time it is. You know, I got my April Union animated in the bottom left-hand corner. We got the actual gurus that aren't only in the metaverse, but in Web 2, Web 3. They're here. We're streaming on Spotify. You just heard the Dojo anthem streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you hear music, it's streaming. You guys like the song? The Dojo put in work. Isaiah, Doan, Mike Leisure, Brennan. There's a lot of hands in that. You guys fucking with the song, chat and gurus?
That was really impressive, dude. I was really impressed by everything, to be honest.
You thought we were gonna?
Yeah.
You thought it was gonna be subpar, Walsh?
Oh no, absolutely not. It's almost, I don't know, there was just a certain professionalism to it that it just struck me as impressive. That's all. I definitely wasn't underestimating the dojo by any means.
Let's fucking go. What you think about it, Deadstock? You're a music head. You're a music legend in the making. So what you thought?
Oh, I loved it. It was it hit the point. You know, you guys hyped it up and it hit the mark. It went beyond it. So I was very pleased with it and listened to it about 3-4 times just to kind of get in on the production, on the lyrics and everything. But it hit the spot. And you know what? For the first banger, it's what you want to do. So congratulations to everybody involved and looking forward to the. Is the video out yet or just the song? Right.
The video's coming. We should have been out already. I got Web 2 technical difficulties suck.
It happens. We work through it.
I feel like I should blame or fire somebody.
Nah. We take those as life's opportunities to just overcome, and we don't give a shit. We run through it.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Metamori, there's remixes about to come out. Thank you for pushing the song. We're voting for you too with the Gutter Cat votes. We're trying to vote for you as much as possible. So check the pin.
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. It's just a fun experiment to see, can we get community to win over some rarity and aesthetics. But Ahi's cat is amazing too. They're both incredible.
Yours is better, hands down.
No one's as incredible as when we get together on Thursdays. This is episode number 59. If you don't know, if you see the title,
59.
I have titled it. Hopefully, let me read it. Otherside gameplay. Does floor price matter for NFTs and bear market APO? I might be missing some hot juicy shit, but we know that the other side gameplay is the talk of the town, along with Rider Rips. I'm just joking. And then you have the NFT FloorPrice talk that's going all over the space. What are you building? What are you building over there, dude?
We're building.
What are you building? Just that.
I'm doing it too. You just can't see.
Yo, best show on earth
Oh man.
is NFT Guru Talk and Chill. There's a surprise guest that's coming next week, and if you've been a follower of the show, you know who this is. If you have followed episode 20 to 40, you know who this special person is. So he's gonna make a comeback. So if you're listening, I won't say his name. You know his name. He's a legend. But guys, let's get into it. Let me just say hi to the chat real quick. We have Deadstock in here. Nanthrax, gutter votes for Maury. Brandon Beach is throwing hearts. Brandon Beach is a legend, Canadian legend. He actually is probably near you, Walsh. Someone said, let's go, Brandon. Metamori, I'm so jealous you got to meet Walshy. Mvella's in here. I noticed you. I see you, Mvella. Matt L. McCrushin. McCrushin made you a very special piece, Metamori. I need one of those pieces. That thing was good, powder coated. Holy smokes.
Those are crazy.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for making that. It's gonna be a centerpiece in my office forever. I love it. It's incredible.
That needs to be like in Metamori world.
One day.
So guys, let's break it. Let's crack up and open the nutcracker or whatever that fucking term is. What you all think about the other side gameplay? That's like a big talk. I mean, I didn't get a chance to play it. Walshy, Metamori, Deadstock, did you get a chance to play it? What's your thoughts? What's going on here?
Bud. Yeah, dude, it wasn't really a gameplay. Sorry, guys, I got really stoned before this, so I'm going to be stumbling over my words.
We just assume every episode and every not episode. So
welcome to Thursdays with Walshy.
That's the safest way to play it for sure.
This is instead of Gurus and Chill, it's basically Potheads and Chill. You know, the Sensei and Potheads.
Yeah. We should clarify you're not alone.
I'm not a pothead though, guys.
So it wasn't gameplay. It was just like a loading test. It was bare bones atmosphere. There wasn't any textures or anything like that. It was just a white environment with a couple of boxes. And what they got us to do was pretty much just run around in circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, type text, speak with the the speech mechanism. And there was a couple other things, testing out the emotes. It was very basic. And like I say, it wasn't a very demanding environment, but what I did notice was they were able to host like upwards of 2,500 people on the same server, and it didn't crash until they were testing that particular feature, like the restart mechanic. So they got people to just like overload the system as much as they could, and eventually it did shut the server down. But if you've used Decentraland or if you've used any of these other like current metaverse platforms, you'll notice that things are slow as hell with like 20 people on the server doing the same thing in like a close proximity. So I don't know, I was pretty impressed, but obviously there's a lot more that we need to see, and there's a long way to go. But
who was the architect? Who was the person giving the orders? Was it Yuga Labs himself in the microphone or something?
It was like a game of Simon Says with this like giant. The dude that was giving the instructions was this big basically just like a giant avatar walking around barking instructions.
Holy shit, that sounds so meta.
It was really cool. I really enjoyed being part of it, and as just as somebody that I've gamed for as long as I can remember. I've been a gamer since I was really little, quite young, and it was very impressive to me because I intentionally used my tablet for the test instead of using my laptop or my desktop, because I thought, okay, if it runs well on my tablet, then that's a really good sign for it being good, a good onboarding platform, so to speak, because we want it to be as accessible as possible. That is the idea of the metaverse, and it ran really well on my tablet, and no lag. All the features worked well, and Yeah, but like Walshy said, it wasn't really gameplay. We didn't get to experience that. We were just stress testing the system, and it was fun to be able to participate in that. And I was impressed by the fact there is over 2,500 players in one instance, and it was running smoothly on my tablet.
Sheesh, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear a mobile game, the versatility of the game. Deadstock, were people kind of like speculating Otherside Ds that they would pump because of this thing, or ApeCoin would pump, or what did you feel that sentiment in the Ape community?
I didn't see a pump. The only thing I kind of saw that would have done a pump was like Steppen was talking about using Ape, which is just another utility. So I don't think it's really going to pump off of that. But I think the biggest focus was not actually on the assets itself, was more of the proof of viability. Those of us who've been watching this stuff or hearing what they were going to do, technology-wise, knew that they were going for, everybody's used to jumping in a lobby and it's like 16 people, 30 people, 60 people, and now you have something that can do 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus people, and it's only in the beginning of it with these tests. So I think now that a lot of people are seeing that there's viability, they want to see progression, and this is another step towards the goal, and that's exactly what people want to see. They don't give a shit about announcements or, blowing hot smoke up our ass and all that shit. They want to see people just putting in the work and results, even if it's going to take time, and I think that was the most important thing, other than just a pump, which probably would have just dumped anyway, so.
For sure. Yo, we got Orphan in the chat, says the number one Metamori fan is here, and it's Orphan. I didn't know that, Orphan, you fucking traitor.
You better. It's
I love you, Orphan.
Him and AK. It's a tight race.
That's true.
Orphan out here. Simping.
Shout out to AK.
But we love
Baddest
Orphan.
bitch in the game.
We got that life. Baddest.
We got what up, Ape Reunion? Got Mon Skrilla. What's up, Mon Skrilla? I love your PFP. When the apes unite, everything's gonna be all right for sure. Hopefully, Otherside add mats to the game. I need these apes to crank 90s.
Possible. They could put in a once they get the foundation, and they can put anything they want. Really.
This is a good chance to speculate. But first, before we speculate, guys, you got to join the dojo. Okay, we had like 10 people join the dojo today. 10 more toys are left. We have a t-shirt. It's not a cherry t-shirt, but I can't give you the website. It's only exclusive for the dojo. Did you guys order your t-shirt?
StayContent.
Mine's ordered, dude. It's on its way.
They're true to size, so don't go
ordered.
too big because they are true to size. Premium. So that's what utility looks like, homies. Sensei trying to provide.
Oh, and thank you, by the way. We do appreciate the t-shirt, and we see the work that you put into the dojo and the trips you've been making and the content and everybody that's been helping you out. So we just want to take this moment to just say, hey, we see what you've been doing, bro. We always take it. You and I always take it back to that one conversation that we had a year ago or over a year ago at this point. But it just shows the growth, right?
Yeah, it shows the growth. There was a YouTube video of this guy who went to New York, NFT NYC, and he was like, are you guys still making money in the bear? And they just don't understand that the dojo is full of alpha plays only, and we know what we're doing in the game. We know how to survive. And that's probably the last topic we'll talk about, how we're surviving in the bear, the APO in the bear. But when it comes down to Ape Land or the other side, they're not gonna, you don't think they're gonna take a page out of Fortnite, right? You think they're gonna have a crafting custom system, right? The quotas, maybe a teleportation thing going on. What do you guys foresee in the gameplay, or is it just a place to make content? New Twitter Spaces, a new Discord. What do you think?
They've already announced the crafting.
You're high as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I can see it in your face, bro.
Like a 7 out of 10. I could be more baked for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Marijuana.
So the crafting has already been announced, so that's definitely going to be a thing. But as far as what's going to be happening in like the open play environment, I have no idea if they're going to go with like quests or if they're going to go with first person.
Do you want to see gore, like blood and guts and gore?
I can't see it going in that direction, but like, who knows?
No.
I think a big part of, say, Fortnite, for example, part of what makes that a game like that able to be so popular, aside from the game mechanics themselves, is the lack of gore and the lack of that kind of violence. It's better for it to just be fun, and it doesn't need to be a game that like has violence built into it. You can still have it where, you know, like where you're shooting lasers, or we're shooting, like in Fortnite, you are shooting guns at each other, but there's no gore involved. And it's kind of, it evens the playing field and allows more people to participate of different ages and demographics and backgrounds and things like that. So it just makes the entry point larger, you know, more appealing to more people.
Spoken like a true gamer. They need you on that team, Metamori. I mean, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, all the Gordon Goner, they need you on that team, I think.
I think they're doing fantastic without me. I love everything they've done so far, but if they ever reached out, of course, would jump at the opportunity to do any kind of work with those legends.
In the future, yeah, that would be awesome, brother. In the future, it would be, because as things grow, the way they continue to grow is they do partnerships. I mean, when you look at Fortnite, it started out as a different game, and then the battle royale portion is the thing that blew it up, right? And became, you know, billion-dollar business. But then what did they start doing? Partnering with Marvel and all the other things that they did. So it wouldn't be surprising if at one point, you know, I'm not going to give the time frame, Yuga Labs goes ahead, does what they need to do with Otherside, and then they partner with, say, other games, you know, just like Snoop Dogg has, you know, has finishers. I forgot what that one game is, but he has like a finisher where you can like mark the person.
Celebrity Def Jam? No, Def Jam, some shit?
It was something like that. And there was another like Modern Warfare that he was into where you pull out the special and he
I think there's one at Warzone.
Like Call of Duty or something. Yeah, Warzone, exactly. So, but then eventually, bottom line, they get together and you can use your assets in those things. You can use it in Fortnite, you could use it in Mortal Kombat, you can use it in some of the, like, that's going to end up being like the pinnacle that if they end up reaching that.
Let's fucking go.
Orphan
said, I heard Basie is actual an April Union derivative. Wow, for sure, it has to be. It's time.
There, catch where you're hearing these things, boy.
I hope Rags has been unzucked. You know, Rags Orphan's project got Mark Zuckerberg hacked him last week, so we're hoping for a smooth transition.
Oh, they got zucked.
Well, if I had a tweet right now, it would be Orphan, you know, greater than, you know, Zuck or, you know, Meta. Like, we don't give a shit about that. So
it's Steve. It's not
yes. Steve Jobs ain't got nothing on Orphan. Give a shit.
Tony's in here, says shout out to Metamori, my homie. He loves you a lot. The muscle seems to love you a lot. He said, I see Wall Street dead stuff.
Love you,
my
TG.
dog. This isn't Orphan. This is Steve Keck. Steve. Okay, I love Orphan's Addict. Cool. Hey, dope. We're winning.
Boys,
right?
You know what was great news? You know what was great news to have
I love
today?
you, Steve.
What's up, Walsh?
We had some great news today. Celsius finally paid off their fucking loan.
Woo!
Which,
but
they all should go to jail still, right?
How were they able to pay it off?
that's a good question. But
prison time?
The market.
They were given money. They well, you know how it goes. They were given. I mean, you know about this, Wall Street, right?
SBF.
I think it was SBF.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I do know, I guess.
Talk to the viewers at home. They need to know this.
What was it? 250 million?
I forget the exact number, but it brought their liquidation point down to 0. So like, that's not a risk anymore. Prior to that, it was at around 4,000.
Yeah, they were going not to be able to.
I'm so unplugged from crypto, homies. All I know is my collectibles.
No, well,
Me too, brother. Me too.
XVF.
That shit is just so fucking archaic and dog shit, and just, you know, in the dojo, shout out to Nanthrax, he's talking about quantitative tightening and how we're gonna go into a super bear in fall, and I'm like, dude, I hope ETH holds up. You know, I had an economist talk to me and said he thinks that Ethereum actually will boom, but I'm hearing that it won't boom. Shit is kind of stressful. I thought that the whole cryptocurrency was a hedge against all this fucking predatory lending and all this shit the banks do. I really want to see us come out of that, but we could talk about that if you want.
Yeah, real quick, what I will say is, and you guys know me very well, like, I don't have any accounts on exchanges. You know, I did that on purpose. I don't like to KYC with shit. You know, I get my money through like BISC and through other stuff. You know, Young, you know this, how it helps you with that shit. It's like, this is what happens when you try to have Web 2 people say they're doing Web 3 shit, but then what they do is you give them your money, you know, not your key, you know, not your keys, not your coin. And then all of a sudden they need to give a return. And their whole thing was they were doing sketchy ass shit, jumping in the same stuff that we were, making 20% plus, and then giving you 5%, 7%, whatever, keeping the profit. And like some fucking bad, stupid idiots, when shit was at its peak, instead of dollar cost averaging profit and make sure they have a reserve, like a lot of people, you know, why do you think all these exchanges are fucking up, you know, a Voyager, Celsius, but you don't see Binance and everything fucking up? They have a war chest, you know what I mean? It may not, they may be just as sketchy, but they have the money to back up the sketchiness. And these other companies, they were only hot through this bull run. And just like a majority of all the other people that didn't either have a plan or take profit or just fucking thought it was a gambling casino, which it technically is, they are just like everybody else, and they had to get, but because of businesses, they had to get bailed out. And what happens with big businesses, when you get bailed out, you get money, but now people own a percentage of your company, but you got to sell your soul to make sure you don't fall away 100%. And so that's what happened with Celsius. And so
you guys mentioned SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, the owner of FTX, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck's he up to? Doing shady shit?
He's buying everything too. He's just laughing at everybody's falling and buying them up.
He's bailing fuckers out.
Damn. SBF is a legend, but
he's a beast.
But he's also sketchy as fuck too. Like,
yeah, that back end might look pretty. I'm not gonna lie.
Like he would liquidate you just to, benefit.
Actually, and that's another good point. You're on these platforms which you're betting on, right? You're doing longs or shorts and all this bullshit. You're telling people your moves. You don't think they're gonna front run you. You don't think the platform is gonna front run you when they see what fucking move you're doing. They're playing you quicker than you can play them. It's just like people trying to do regular stock trading, and then the fucking top peak where they got fiber optics lined all the way from their office buildings in New York straight to the fucking stock exchange. You're playing at a disadvantage, and people have to understand that, because if you're comfortable with it, cool, lose your money. But if you have families and life savings, this is why you see people lose this shit, because they don't understand what they're getting into, and sharks are gonna shark.
Yeah, that even flows into our next topic with NFTs, man. There's so much insider trading, so many people moving 500 ETH between the same account and friends. They're making you hold the bag. We have influencers pumping. The bear market is an interesting place. Free mint meta, goblins, fucking. We're just one free mint away from a wallet drain. We going to New York City and seeing goblins and doing gibberish and passing out burgers. Do you guys believe floor price matters in NFTs? I've been having a lot of conversations around floor price. The reason I believe people buy Bored Apes is because they have a premium price. People want to they want to use their money on good things, quality blue chips. When people say that floor price doesn't matter and they're sitting at a half an ETH or under 0.01, what do you guys think about floor price? There's a big argument around volume. You see GodhatesNfts, they're literally trying to hold floor price with no influencers, constantly hosting Twitter spaces saying, diamond hand your shit, stop giving your assets away for cheap. Think about, have patience in this market. You don't have to flip for $30 in fucking 3 hours. Walshy, what's your opinion on floor prices with NFTs? Are they manipulated? Do they matter? What's going on? You're fucking a guru. You know this shit.
I mean, they're definitely manipulated from time to time. And personally, though, like there's certain things that I collect for different reasons, right? Like there's some things that I don't ever look at the floor price because it's irrelevant to me, just based on like what the NFT is and why I own it. A lot of artwork too, for example, like I don't give a shit about the floor price on that because that's not the reason I purchased that particular piece. Investment pieces, I 100% care about the floor price, and I watch them compulsively because I want my investments to go up. You know what I mean? So to me, the floor price, yeah, it does matter on certain investment pieces, but I have lots of NFTs across my wallets that I've never even bothered to check the floor price just because it's not.
Why do you think Bored Apes holds a steady floor price and doesn't just undercut to like 60, 50? Did you guys create a culture on there? You were a part of it. I wasn't.
BAYC is like the Louis Vuitton of NFTs right now. So like there's nothing more in demand that I can think of than a Bored Ape. So I personally, I think that that's all it is. It's a hot item. People want to be a part of it and people don't want to sell it. There's a small percentage on the market, you know what I mean, in comparison to how many are spread across over 5,000 wallets now. And yeah, people don't want to let them go. So they get a premium.
Cool. Let's talk. Floor price, doesn't matter.
Floor price, again, it really just depends what direction you're coming from. Walshley stated it perfectly. If you have something that you're holding long-term or that has great value, the reason why apes have held value is because people see value in it. They've weathered over a year at this point. They've delivered over and above what people's expectations were. They've given more than they've received. And at the same time, they're still building and people see the community and the math hasn't changed. They're still only, and just to remind everybody, there's not even 10,000 anymore because Tyler, what the fuck, burned that one last year. So there's only 9,999 apes. So while it may be a bear market, people still see the value in it. Now, obviously at the peak, these things were over 100, but they're holding steady at wherever they are now, which is around like 90, I think is the floor. I don't know, and I don't care. But other stuff on the other side of the coin, like Walsh mentioned, if you're making investments and you're making moves in the bear market, which there have been great moves to make, you have to watch this stuff like a hawk. Otherwise, you're just doing yourself a disservice. Don't even invest your money, because if you got in at 1 and you want to get out at 2 or 3, then you got to make sure you watch that shit, because it could pump and then it's going to dump right back down. And then what do you just, you could have just kept it in ETH to make another move. So you have to be diligent and purposeful in your intent of whatever action you're trying to take.
What advice would you give for these new projects that are minting, that are trying to get on the BAYC's level? If you don't care about your floor price, who the fuck will? So is that a narrative to teach them? Because, Bored Apes had derivatives, they had art, they had a solid community that talked in Discord and fucking shoot, I don't know, because I wasn't in that community talking.
My advice would be this: study the fucking history. Like we just had the biggest bull run in NFTs. Study the history. Figure out what you have to do to generate. Well, first off, have a solid idea, plan that shit out, decide how you're going to bring value, see how you're going to build up the community, see how you're going to deliver that stuff, because people, nobody's going to be, and there will be another NFT or multiple that are going to reach the heights of BAYC. Well, BAYC will probably be even higher at that point, but nobody should be getting into it to try to be the next, Bored Ape Yacht Club, honestly. There's only going to be a few. Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan was there. Kobe wanted to be Michael Jordan. He was the closest they got to that. After that, people looked at LeBron, and now we're looking at a few other people like Luka and, Giannis and all that stuff. There's only going to be a small percentage that are really going to reach that pinnacle. And then everybody else is going to be underneath that. So you need to figure out where your area is and how you can deliver and execute to just be successful. Even though Axie Infinity got hacked and the fucking Flint just got destroyed, they were last bull run 2017. That's when they started building, and it took them 3-4 years to get where they were, to get to a peak. And then obviously we saw that model is a flawed model, and then we saw that the security is also flawed. So in the end, but it's something to show you that people building now have to understand that you're playing the long game now. ETH will be going down lower. We all know that. There's another pump happening right now. I called it last September. I'm calling it fucking this September. There's going to be more blood. So either you position yourself or you sit on the sidelines and you just get fucking wrecked. And that's really what it is. It's very binary in this space. You're either gonna succeed or you're gonna lose, and you gotta position yourself properly, whether you're an individual or a project that's trying to grow.
Well put. Well put. This is the way. Metamori, I gotta ask you the same thing. From my perspective, degens are just trying to move on to next plays. We have the attention span of a fucking grape. If you're gonna be successful in any NFT, you gotta stick around it for the long term. Put what you've done into Bored Apes as your VTuber rig and the way you represent the community. Does floor price matter in this game, and how would you go about it?
I feel like that's a loaded question, in the sense that it's very difficult to, so I can share my own perspective and we can share our own point of view in terms of how it relates to our objective here, but it's down to each individual person whether it matters to them or not as to, what is their objective. Is your objective to own some art that you resonate with and you just want to have it? Then maybe that the floor pricing shouldn't matter if you just want to have art that's on the blockchain that you like. So you may find an emerging artist that isn't popular and try and support them because you like the artwork they do. I've done that in some cases. I've had other cases where I've purchased NFTs that do have a high floor, but those purchases are made for completely different reasons, so it just depends on what someone's objective is, and you just kind of need to, coming into the space, decide what's your plan and what are you trying to achieve, and take steps in that direction. But there's so much amazing art in this space that doesn't have a high floor because there's not a huge number of people that have discovered that artist yet. I don't think that floor pricing dictates the work that was put in to that collection necessarily, and often is very much reflective of that project, the founders, the teams, and community's ability to market their brand. And I think that floor prices are more reflective of a community and team's ability to market than necessarily what they're creating, because there's some great teams creating amazing things that they just don't have the spotlight on them. And that spotlight's very powerful.
That spotlight is powerful. That is an APO statement. Alpha plays only.
Alpha plays on.
If you don't got good marketing, man, you get fucking lost in the weeds, lost in the sauce. We've seen that in all the major blue chips, even though I think Cool Cats should be higher than a 3.9 floor. Should be like 6, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you know what the bottom line is also, like the simple answer, does floor price matter? It does, because if it's going well, if it's pumping, it's going to gain attention. People are going to buy into it. If it's floundering or if it's just staying static, then it is what it is. And you know what, the market has spoken on Cool Cats. I love Cool Cats. Well, I mean, you know what, here's the funny thing. In the short term, some of these things are going to look the way they're going to look. But by next bull run, which quite honestly is very close, what the other happening is going to, the next Bitcoin happening 2024. So we're 2 years away from that. Middle 2024, we're going to see a lot of these projects that took a couple hits, Cool Cats with the game and all this other shit. They're going to pump, and they're going to pump really well because they already at least put their feet in the sand, and they're established. They have a foundation where a lot of people are trying to catch up. Like you said before, people trying to start a project and be the next BAYC. These things have already started. They have life to them. And so it's that whole Lindy effect where the longer a project lasts, or anything, the longer something survives, the longer it's going to survive, because that's just what happens. So the longer things can survive, the longer they're going to survive. And we'll see a lot of these projects probably go a little bit lower. And the next bull run, that shit is going to blow the fuck up because of partnerships and the work that they're putting in. And because they don't have to start from ground zero. They can just start from where they're at right now.
Good point. 666 days left to the halving. If you had goblins pumped to 9 ETH before this crash, should have took that 9 ETH profits. ETH was at what, $3 grand, 3,500. Right now the shit is only at 3 ETH. See, floor price matters. You got the Sensei talking about it. I think from my point of view is, yes, marketing is important. Some of these teams have a lot of dynamic build. They got great devs. I know for a fact Ape Reunion has great devs building a cool game, trying to win. So we see that. But I got on the call with Different the other day from Huxley. Shout out to the homie Different, and he was just spitting game to me. I'm not the smartest tool in the tool shed, so I'm still learning as I go, as a sensei should. But you can see the meta is changing in this Twitter Spaces, or just in NFTs in general. We went from the Twitter lore of the goblins and we're all gonna die and bedtime stories and moon runners telling stories. People now have shifted into, I want my bag to hold its value. I want my bag to hold its value, and if I have to diamond hand and talk shit and get the people to delist, god damn it, I will. So people are focused on their bags in the bear market. Why? Because you got to scrounge up a little pennies to fucking survive, to You know, some people do this shit full time. Some people are over leveraged. They over invested, you know, and that crash. I think we were saying it was going to come for a while. We want the people who listen to NFT Guru Talk and Chill to have the advantage. Okay. We want you to have the advantage. We want you to take profits. We don't want you to have to be over leveraged and fucking selling for something for $20 for toilet paper, even though I know you need it, especially in these other countries. Bro, but if you're flipping NFTs full time, golly, we need play to earn more than ever. We need the Watcher. We need Huxley. We need these cool things to come out so we can start earning. We're seeing move to earn. But right now, the current meta is holding your bag tight, and I'm following it. So, yeah.
What have
I
you
think
guys
it's
been
also-
doing lately for little flips, like short-term stuff? Are you guys doing any short-term flips or like LPs?
Dude,
Any
I'm
kind-
short-term flipping into these mints. Shout out to the homies like who bought into Ill Poops. They got so much value from that. Shout out to the people who got in goblins early. I'm not doing any LP stuff. I'm making my money off the short flips. Other projects that I'm not
NFTs?
gonna hold long term. What about you, Deadstock? Are you just fucking chilling on the beach? You got out early?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've just been recently, especially, you know, went to travel, see family in New York, Colorado. Just, you know, I'm gonna be going to New York again in August. So just really just been settling down. I haven't made any moves over the past couple of weeks. I got pretty much where I want to be at the moment. I got a couple more things I just want to sell, and then I mess with LP here and there. I got a couple flips I know with Meme Land. You know, I'm gonna be pretty big on Meme Land. Looks like his the MVPs, You Are the MVP, has done really, really well. People could have got in and bought it for, I think it was 5 ETH, and now the floor is sitting around 20 something ETH. So that was really, yeah, you know. So Bearmarket has shown that between goblins and a couple other plays, and if you have the money, like Walshy was saying, like if you took out your profit and you have 100 G's or 50 G's or something, you can LP or put some money into stuff. You can, whether it's USDC ETH or he mentioned Bitcoin to ETH last time, which is a great one because then you don't feel like you're really losing, you're just gaining one or the other. Then those are the kind of moves. But yeah, for me, I've pulled the reins back and I've just been chilling and made a point to get out there and balling. That way when I
You don't
see,
ever want to sell your like gold gutter cat. I mean, you've made a hedge in the right place. I think the next
Yeah.
bull run is gonna amplify our bag or our
Yeah.
gain. But
Yeah.
you know, you have a bunch of blue chips that you can that you don't want to let
Yeah.
go of.
Not well, you know what? It's not that I'm against letting go of them. I just know that like for Bored Apes, I keep getting rewarded, so I'm comfortable holding on to that. I have, you know, I always consider selling one, even if it's just for the ETH. But I'm not really, you know, fortunately, I'm not in a position where I need to sell it, so I'm not going to do that. I'm heavily into, you know, Otherside too, and then with Guttercat, they got Gang coming out later in the year, so I want to see what that's going to do and how that does because, you know, I have my opinions on the Guttercat Gang team. You know, I love the art. And obviously it feels like a lot of the community wishes that some of the execution was a little different, but in the end, you got to let people do what they do. I'm not on the team. I'm not making the moves. They're putting the work in. So I do want to see what they're delivering on because they seem very, very excited about what they're going to be executing towards the end of the year. We're in the third or fourth quarter. Well, we're in the third quarter, towards the end of the third quarter and go from there. That's why I hold on to my cool cats, collect that milk. I do transfer that to ETH though. So I kind of get a ETH trickle from that. And of course Huxley. So like the main shit I'm holding personally, Bored Apes, obviously Otherside, and then, you know, Gutter Cats, Cool Cats, and Huxley, and then everything else is pretty much gone. Like even some of my meta hero stuff I've been selling off. I sold my
Bro, I got
Final
out a meta hero at the top.
You did get out at the top.
Yeah, you
So
nailed that.
You nailed it, brother. Cause what'd you have? One meta hero?
I had 2.
Yeah, 2. So you got out.
But you know
above
me,
the-
I was gonna go for a spaceship yacht.
True.
It was
That-
not. I'm not a smart human. I just wanted a
Bro,
space
I do remember
yacht.
when we were talking. You're like, I could afford it. It's like, should I get this one? What was it, like 100 G's to get that?
But then I
fucking
didn't get the space yacht.
ship? No, you did get a ship, but you just didn't get that one.
But Meta Heroes too, man. Meta Heroes, a lot of people, you know, I saw a tweet. If you don't know Pixel Vault, but people are like, it's super complicated. I feel like they drag their announcements to fucking oblivion. Metamori, I mean, you're still Pixel Vault. I mean, you had Deadstock to sell, but are you still holding tight?
So interesting story. Maury, go ahead and tell them.
No way. He's about to tell me some bombshell shit about
Him and I were joking about this like a couple weeks ago. And we were both just like, you know what? No, more you say it. Yeah, you tell it.
So a couple of weeks ago was when I decided that I wanted to consolidate a lot of stuff, and most of the consolidation that I made was into Huxley, because
Damn, this man made a fucking double down play.
as I've said a bunch of times, I've been a fan of Ben's work for over a decade, and it only makes sense that I really, I just really like to collect his stuff. I'm excited about what they're building. I think that, my favorite games and movies of all time, he was crucial in their creation. So it only makes sense for me that I want to take a big swing in that direction. I do still have some of the Mint Pass 2s for the sidekicks and some planets, but I don't have any Punk's comic or Meta Heroes anymore. I just decided that I wanted to have more robots and comics.
Was meeting him
Huxley.
during NFT NYC pushed you over the edge for it? Was that the thing that did it, that made you so pixelable?
Well, that definitely was a part of it. So just in the sense that and this is I definitely was still very much like Potamus. I like G-Funk, that team. I very much like them, and I am excited about what they're building. But Ben just happens to be an artist and creator that I've been a fan of his for a really long time, and I feel very connected to the story that he's creating. The community that's behind him have also typically been fans of his for a long time. So I just interact in that Discord more than pretty much any other project Discord. And I just wanted to consolidate some of the things I had into that project, just because I'm very passionate about it.
Even in the Watcher too, dude, you did well. I think that's gonna pay off so well for you. The
Watcher as well. Although I don't talk about the Watcher as much.
We don't give the Watcher enough.
Still very excited about
live time. He's gonna do something special.
Oh yeah, and that community is great too. I've enjoyed being, connecting with you and Orphan through that community and the others there, and I don't know, it's like we've talked about it being the sci-fi trilogy, trinity, so to speak, and it's just fun to I don't know, just to focus more. I wanted to focus more on the communities that I'm actively part of. And that just felt like the right thing for me to do at that time.
Wow, huge alpha. We have that's
huge.
That's mind blowing. We have Kitty Pat in here, says, "Can I pick your brain on doodles?" I really am jealous. I don't have a doodle, first and foremost.
I love that project.
I do too. I don't have any, but I love it.
Saulito loves doodles. He got on that shit early.
We are fans of doodles. Yeah.
Yes.
I was big on doodles from the get-go, and I watched them naively, of course, from 3 ETH all the way up to 5 ETH. And I said, oh, wait, maybe they'll come back down to 4.
Never did.
I watched them go to 8, then 10, then 12, and I forget how high they got up to. But the doodles team are led by Poopy rather. So just an OG in the crypto community, like an OG CryptoKitties collector and whatnot. So I love supporting teams that are founded by and led by OGs of the space, because that they have, in most cases, the best intentions with the projects that they're creating, versus some of these celebrity groups and fucking companies you've never heard of.
And you know what? On top of that, I've also heard that their in real life events are legit too. Like they deliver. The bottom line is, like, Doodles has been delivering. It's good art, good community, and good founder, and they kind of put the cherry on top with the in real life events.
The homie Samir was waiting for 7 hours in NFT NYC to get into the Doodles duplicator room in the rain, and he was trying to bribe the bouncer with $100 bill. Couldn't get in. Shout out to Samir.
That's like an ETH.
Yeah, the bouncer doesn't know that.
Right.
But that duplicator, the way that they care about the community, you can see in South by Southwest, the big display and exhibition, what they did in New York. I can only see what they're going to do in 2023. Doodles is a team that gives a fuck about this community, for sure. And they're using the money, the right way, I think. What do you think about doodles, kitty pad? How many doodles do you hold? And also, kitty pad, if you have any alpha plays only, please put it in the chat for the audience, because there are hungry piranhas in there, ready for some good alpha from a legend like yourself, early crypto kitty, a legend. I was gonna say something. I'm still holding the 4 I minted. Wow, you minted 4. You have any rainbow vomit traits? Rainbow mouth? That shit's cool.
Still has the 4 he minted. You must get tired dragging those diamond hands around with you all day, kid.
They don't scrape easily, so.
Thank
We're
God.
not worthy.
Jeez, I really wish I minted doodles, but hey,
Amazing.
with these new degenerate plays and these new mints, I'm hoping that's the next doodle. I wanted to say, you know, I have some alpha for Feature. Feature is literally has a streaming service that they're coming out with, like Apple TV. Also, Feature, I don't know if I could say this, but they're going through a big VC funding raise.
Oh,
And that's going to only inject more and more capital for them to do great things. They might come out with a Feature alpha pass, like Proof Collective has their alpha pass. So be on the looks for Feature. What they do, they help power Huxley, and you know, hanging out with them in New York, it has only made me more bullish. They have a solid 60-man team, 60-man woman team, and yeah, Feature, they're going through a big raise, so keep them fingers crossed. Oh shit, haven't been on one of these in months. Sub gang young. Okay. What up, dude? Where you guys go? You guys just leave.
Okay.
Might show the music video. If you guys wait around long enough, we might see the music video together
Ooh, okay.
Premiere?
Okay.
on the stream. Yeah, why not premiere it on the stream before Elevator?
fucking
Premiere.
premiere it, dude. That'd be
Why not
dope.
premiere
That
it?
would be epic.
Yeah.
You know what? I know. Well, Laura's into numbers and stuff like that. It's 7/7 today. Why not premiere it at 7 p.m. in
Oh
2
shit,
minutes?
you're right. I mean, that means I have to start scrambling.
Jackpot.
To go get it.
Yeah. We can
Okay,
become
that's fine.
numerology
Everybody-
bros.
He's gonna work on the video and do what he has to do. Anything else that you guys wanted to bring up? Anything on your mind, Walshy or Meta, that you guys?
I've been watching Moonbirds, dude. I was watching them before they did that little run up last week, and obviously I took them off of my radar because the price was higher than I wanted to pay. But have you guys done any delving into Moonbirds or like the nesting mechanic, anything to do with the team? Because it's one that keeps on calling me, and I keep on checking back on it, going back and forth whether or not I should buy
I just
one.
know Moonbirds has the money, bro. They got the money to inject inside their project, and they're probably not going to go wait for a long time because Kevin Rose is trying to make a statement. So I don't know if you got in yet, but you know, Big Daddy and his brother Steve Harvey, they're bullish.
I feel like
my
I might
sons,
be a buyer.
Your
I
sons,
raised them
yeah,
right.
your sons that troll you,
They try to
J-
troll.
they love
There's a-
trolling this.
Yeah, I know quite a few people that are excited about the Moonbirds. I don't have one. I do like them, but I don't know enough about the team myself to make that big of a bet on them.
Oh, you're not sold on Kevin Rose just because of his name? Weird.
You got to be
Psycho.
sold on the money, dude. Follow the money.
It would be an investment buy.
I
for
don't even
sure.
really know who he is. to
I
be
love
honest.
boys so like he's like whatever. I
Bruh, you gotta know Kevin Rose.
I'm
We're
not-
like, we're like, you'll
I just
you'll get
don't
$1 million
really-
more. He's like, whatever. I'm just
I'm just
gonna buy a
kinda-
fucking robot and play Fortnite.
I'm serious.
We know.
I haven't really dug into it.
I love how in NFTs you can be in your own bubble and literally still be so relevant because there's all these like tribal bubbles everywhere and everyone's just trying to mix in cells and stuff and figure out the same plans. And
I will say to answer Walshy's question also, I'm a fan of Moonbirds. They have proven that obviously with the VC funding, with Kevin Rose's notoriety, and with the with what they're trying to execute, they look like they're going to do stuff. Nesting, I was talking to a few friends who were nesting, and I mean, they don't really have much of an update. I know some people got to that bronze nest or whatever the next nest was. I don't know what some of those perks are or what's coming with it or like how long they have to wait before they get something substantial. But obviously it's just another mechanism to allow people to lock it up, kind of like staking. That's what it is. It's just basically staking with time staking for rewards instead of earning coins or something like that. And so I would end up trying to probably get a moonbird, maybe once they, like, you know, depending how far ETH dips and stuff like that. They are on my
Wall Street's trying to get another PFP.
infamous short list.
He's trying to find his forever PFP. That's what he's doing.
One of the impressive things about moonbirds is they've got an absurdly low number listed for sale at any given time. Like,
It was like 58 2 days ago. Only 58.
absurd. Out of 10K, there's like double digits.
That's diamond-handed
listed.
community.
I don't know what it is, man, but it's crazy, and that really piques my attention when I see analytics like that. Gets my mojo going.
Yo, if you like that kind of mojo, Guys Hates NFTs only has 100 listed, 500 listed out of 5,000. Not to show you anything, but hey, they might pop. Just saying.
Trying to get into my pockets.
The Sensei knows. Kitty Pad, yo, talk in general about any alpha you have. We love your alpha. Please let us have it early. I beg of you. All right, we're about to play this video.
There we go.
Mute your mics and enjoy, because I know it sometimes comes out of you guys' microphones. If you're gonna watch
Intro it.
Hey, guys, this is the premiere. I don't think anyone has seen it until the dojo has seen it. Okay, it's gonna be on Elevator very soon. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Enjoy the music video.
I can't wait to get my neck frozen. Each time it's down for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the dojo. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for. Running to these plays, no hassle. Couldn't spend what I spend on gas though. Now she wanna pull me in, no lasso. Would've bought a Montclair, didn't match though. Shit.
Man, you wanna act like an asshole. Man, you wanna burn this cash sight. Knew that fella and I got from sight. Just started this shit and I feel like I might to get my neck frozen. Each time it's down for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the dojo. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for.
Enough, goddammit. Holy fuck, I fucked it up. Hold on, I'll get back. Gotta get back. That is the dojo music video for you boys and girls. Shout out to Luxwall on the fit, Azaya and Doan, Brennan, everybody that touched it, all the ninjas, all the woman ninjas, Laura Zombie, everyone. Thank you guys for watching that.
That was so well done.
Thanks, Walsh.
That was amazing.
brother.
Sorry,
Love
I
it,
was
brother.
muted just then. I fucking love that. That was awesome.
Fuck them up.
Yeah.
It's a fucking movie.
Enough.
Tony the Enforcer. Tony literally was eating a bunch of snacks, getting bulked up, and he just did his thing. Dude.
Tony did his thing. Tony represented. Everybody did. You guys all look great in the video. Shot very well.
Hell yeah.
Lighting
I
looked
really
perfect.
do love to see it.
But can I get you guys in the next video? Shit, come on. You guys
For
got to
sure.
be in the. You got to make an appearance.
Well-
Everybody
well,
in the dojo got to make an appearance.
Let's
somehow.
do it.
We were talking about a
Mexico.
remix. We were talking about a remix, weren't we? So,
Shit!
jeez, I don't want to have to spit the hot fire, but if it's for this, I will.
Yo, Hudson in the building. Shout out to Charlotte. Says Hudson says, "Hey, that's dope." Shout out to you, Hudson. It's good to see you in the chat, man. Elbow cough. What's elbow cough mean, Walsh?
That's like a dab.
But yeah, it's
Oh.
when it's soon.
Oh, remember when Walshy said he would never dab? That's it.
Never.
You got me.
It's on tape.
Daddy.
Oh no.
Guys, I love you guys. This is I know last week I didn't see Deadstock or Walshy. Me and the Metamori held it down and we got rugged because the
Yeah,
stream
it-
just got rugged.
It broke the internet when I said Huxley is my favorite project.
That's what it was.
It just died.
The
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, Walshy and I. What you guys don't realize is like when us four are not together, like the internet doesn't work. So we
That's
always
true.
have to like form Voltron,
Mm,
Dotron.
that's
Jeez.
exactly it.
Any alpha you guys have for the frothy listeners at home about what you're getting into besides people? LP is great, but is there anything Walshy interest you in the free mint meta? Any of these new projects that are holding a nice floor that you're gonna get into that aren't too expensive?
To be honest, dude, not getting into a whole lot right now. Just vibing with my current communities that I've been vibing with, and this free mint stuff, man, it makes me a little bit worried lately. I've been hearing of a couple contracts that have been draining wallets, and that's all I had to hear to just like forget about the free mint meta. I'd rather just wait for a project with a reputable team to pique my interest rather than playing it's just a game of roulette hoping that something's going to be worth something. Yeah, I'm just playing it, taking things easy, man, buying ETH when I can during dips and selling during little peaks, and that's how I'm making smaller amounts of money than I did in the bull but during the bear.
Nice.
What about you, Deadstock? Anything, man?
Same thing. I mean, Walsh and I and more all on like the same page. Like we basically have consolidated out of shit that we don't want to keep, making little moves on the LP. Same thing with the free mint. What we all have to realize is when there is a new meta in something like the free mint, if you don't get in at the beginning, the same shit always happens. It's saturation. And so especially with the risk reward not being there anymore, especially with the possibility of having your wallet hacked, even though people should just be making sure they use a hot wallet or something different when they're minting stuff, you don't want to give somebody the opportunity to control your stuff. So in the end, it's better to be safe than sorry. And a lot of moves should have been made months ago, quite frankly, so you could play in this market. If you're trying to make moves to flip, you have to be very diligent in how you approach it. So if you have a little bit of money and we're talking 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, maybe you could do little flips like Walshy's talking about. Maybe get, buy ETH when it's around 1,000, 1050, and sell it when it's around 1,200 and make some quick change. But other than that, you're really gonna have to do some homework, and you're gonna have to work harder than you have to do during the bull market. So I'm not really gonna say anything other than just figure out what you want to do and just keep studying, keep learning. Bear market is not the time to it's a time to relax. Like everybody always says, go outside, do what you got to do. It's the summer, of course, but
Hibernate, you degen.
Yeah, I mean, it's slow the shit down. Shit is slowed down. Recognize what the pace is at the moment, and don't try to do shit out of character, because you're really probably just gonna end up losing your money anyway. And it's a bear market, so that's gonna suck for you.
What about you, Walsh? I mean, Meta.
I thought I was going to dodge the question for a second.
No.
there.
We have to. We have to have
Neo?
respect of
You
beloved.
think you Neo?
Oh. It's like dodge. Whether it's bearable, I do my best to be prepared for the worst. Plan for the best. Be prepped for the worst case scenario. Of course, I think any of us could have prepared better for the bear. So I don't want to try and claim that I did exactly what I should have done or anything like that. But I am, blessed and grateful to be in a position where I'm able to accumulate through the bear. I'm DCAing into ETH when I can, and just making those kind of moves when as far as kind of like what Deadstock was talking about, consolidating into the communities that we want to be part of. While she mentioned that as well, the ones that we're more active in, and I just think that was a shift I wanted to make. Just having a collection that was quite spread out, I realized I wanted to be more focused on just the communities that I'm actively participating in, and stuff like that, and just have a consolidation move. I have definitely not participated in any of the free mint stuff for exactly the reason that Walshy mentioned. I'm just not willing to take that risk. And I also, when things are kind of like they are now, I'd just rather go work out or go for a swim, do something, play some Fortnite with the boys. Shout out QB, Ridiculous, love playing Fortnite with you guys. Of course, anybody in the community, welcome to join, play some games sometime. We can just take our minds off things and have some fun. So I just try and make the most calculated moves I can, instead of trying to in terms of doubling down on the teams that I already have confidence in, because I'm just, in the current market, I'm not comfortable being part of some of the new teams that are coming in, just because I already am connected with teams that I have confidence in.
I love that for us.
And Kitty Pad does say, if you decide to do those free mints, he recommends not just a hot wallet, but a side laptop with burner wallets that you can just go through. That way, no matter what happens, you're not affected.
That's smart.
Even if there's a virus, yeah, that's a good piece of advice.
I love that the gurus, if you go to any Twitter space, someone's going to show you something, but the gurus just give you sound, grounded advice. Trust me, they know what's up when it's up. So I would just highly suggest following their individual Twitters at Walshy_ETH, at the Deadstock OG, and at Meta Mori. Because when they tell you something, you should listen. And I trust them. And why shouldn't you? But I wanted to give some alpha away. I've been talking about this project for a while. Shout out to the Soto sisters and Top Shots Wiki. It's called Cryptoid. Cool little trailer today about what they're doing. Honestly, I think that they're undervalued.
It's He-Man, Skeletor,
Check it out.
Grayskull. New from the Masters of the Universe collection. Skeletor alone is no match for He-Man.
Those motherfuckers gonna be at San Diego Comic-Con. It looks like Battle Cats, He-Man shit. Cryptoids has been building for a long time, and they have A16Z funding them now. Andreessen Horowitz, you know what's gonna win. I think having 5,000 NFTs at 0.3 right now in the bear market, you can't go wrong. This is not financial advice, but I'm pretty sure the motherfuckers are gonna have some whitelist opportunities, a lot of cool things. I personally picked up 3 at 0.18. They doubled. So I look forward to seeing what they're doing. They're innovating, and I like that partnership. I like what they're doing. So Cryptoids, that's definitely APO from my side. But I've just been watching the people building and the trusted voices, and I've just been following that. There's nothing new under the sun here. So, guys, this has been great. I do have a bluegrass concert to go to.
Nice.
In the state of North Carolina.
Amazing.
I don't know if you guys like bluegrass at all, but the Sensei, you know, he just doesn't listen to just gongs. He listens
Billy
to
Strings, dude. Will Billy Strings be there?
Billy Strings. You know Billy Strings, dude?
Fucking right, dude.
Billy Strings has the best guitaring.
He's unreal, man. Multi-talented musician.
Can't believe you just said that. Sheesh.
he can't join the U.S., but I mean, he knows what's going on.
You like country music, Walsh?
I listen to a bit of everything, to be honest. I don't really have one genre. I listen to country. I listen to bluegrass, a lot of folk.
Let's go.
Love it. The cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop. Maury and I are over in the fucking Cadillac, just blasting hip hop and rap the whole time.
I actually listen to just about anything. If it's the, you know, some of the best of a genre, most genres of music, I can enjoy the best of that genre.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Speaking the best of genres, guys, the gong is coming, and this is the best here. You know the gong, when you play it, this means the show is almost over. The gong is the truth. It's going to allow these gurus to speak the truth, not the false lies. They hardly speak lies anyway. So, guys, I'm going to go from Walshy having the last word, so it'll be Deadstock, Metamore, and Walshy. Deadstock, here's the gong. Speak your truth, beloved.
Yeah, so my truth today, and thank you. One, want to say, as always, appreciate everybody here. Love you all. Thank you for hanging out with us. My message today is actually very simple. I don't have a message. I want you guys to create your own message, you know, create your own direction and stuff. I know, you know, make your own claim and stuff. It is the summertime. Take some trips, go do your thing. But even in the bear market, this stuff is not dead yet. There's always going to be an opportunity for you to make moves. You just have to understand what your position is in the market and how you want to get to from A to B and create a plan. So yeah, just really take whatever you want to do and dive into that shit. Like, lean into it hard. That's going to be my advice for this week. You know, if you got actions you've been thinking about taking, stop fucking wasting time. We're all on borrowed time anyway. So make sure you're making moves and making the most of it. And, you know, and appreciate the people around you, and I love you all. And, you know, Guru fucking out.
Boom! Sheesh, that was great. That was
Beautiful.
great. The gong for Maury, the truth, no lies.
No lies, no lies.
And Crypto Khalif says, what up, Maury? I need the dojo on my channel. Shay said the dojo is eclectic.
Yes.
Shout out to Crypto Khalif.
Khalif, shout out. Boys, it's always good to hang with y'all. Shout out to all the ladies and gentlemen in the chat and everyone listening to the podcast. We love the listeners as well.
Sheesh. Ear freeze.
I just want to encourage people, if during a difficult market, don't forget that it's important for us to learn and grow, so that as we learn, we are better able to create opportunities for ourselves. So times like this are a great time to develop a new skill, create some new art, connect with people, learn. We should be doing those things all the time, but especially now is a great time to try and figure out what direction you want to go, what kind of value you want to bring to the community, and just learn as much as possible, because you owe it to yourself to seek out opportunity and knowledge that will make your life better. And definitely feel free to ask us questions, ask other people in the community questions. That's the beautiful thing about Web3 and this community, is that we're in this together, trying to learn and grow and just get better each day. Okay. So, and just make sure to have balance with everything, you know, eat well, exercise, love your family, love your friends, and love you guys.
Can you say Alpha plays only the way DJ and Ben says it in the soundbite?
Alpha plays only.
Alpha plays only.
Yeah, no, that's like
That
more.
bravado. I think you sing better than
More
Tony.
likes to go like, oh.
Walshmeister, gong, truth time. The devil is a lie.
Right on, boys. Nice to be back again. Have a say with you guys. It's been a couple of weeks now. For this week, I'll just keep it pretty short. We're definitely in a bit of a market lull or bear market, whatever you want to call it. And I think that there's a lot to be learned in a bear market when there's less financial reward to teams that might be creating projects or teams that might be running projects. So keep an eye on the projects that you're into right now and watch what the team is doing in this pullback and in this recession. I think that you can really learn a lot about the integrity of a team and what a team's really made of in a market pullback. Yeah, and really see if it's a project that you want to be a part of moving forward. If they're working their ass off in the bear, you know, that project's probably something you want to keep your eye on moving into the bull, right? They could do great things. So other than that, I want to give a quick shout out to Laura Zombie for being an incredible hostess when I was visiting the big city of Toronto. So shout out, Laura. It was great to meet you. And I can't wait to hopefully get to meet more of the dojo in the coming years.
Dojo's a vibe, bro.
Dojo is a vibe, dude.
For real. She said you were super tall.
I'm kind of tall. Confirmed.
Unconfirmed. I got to give a shout out to the homie Rinse. I know you're getting better, so I'm sending you a bunch of cherry magic your way, beloved. Let that cherry pop. Non-sexual innuendos here. Just a lot of juice and magic coming your way, man. Just receive, and hopefully you can, you know, talk in the dojo. Let us know how you're feeling, what you're up to. We'll love to hear it. The play-by-play. Grunge legend. She says you kind of have like a Kurt Cobain grunge thing, I guess.
Yeah, I've been told that a few times.
Yeah, Walshy will
probably true.
Walshy will hit you with the karate kick if you get too close and too dangerous. Guys, simple from the Sensei. Thank you for watching episode 59. Please come back for episode 60. We have, I'll tell you who it is, Jeremy Stormsky coming back from Delphi Digital.
Nice.
Before he was on Delphi Digital, he was just our friend. And I don't know if Deadstock is froze there. It's a nice pose. Are we good? Are we still live? Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah,
this is my.
good.
What do you say?
We good, brother.
We good.
Yeah, we good. We good.
Guys, you could either be at the bar 24/7 or in NFTs 24/7. You choose, okay? I honestly don't think the bar is healthy all the time. Being with a bunch of nerds that like you and fucking you can speak your mind and do your own thing and have discourse and get advice is a beautiful thing. You're either going to choose the bar or you're going to choose the NFTs. Come over here to the dojo. We only have 10 toys left. Join the family. Listen to the dojo song on Apple and Spotify. Just type Young Content Dojo and it comes up. And we love you. Other than that, I'm not going to check out Cryptoys, check out Huxley, look at Gutter Cats, look at all these other projects we've been talking about. Kitty Pad, please talk in the dojo more. We miss you. Sometimes Kitty Pad only talks in the Guru Dojo, but General is your home too, and we're all gonna make it this time, I believe, because we have people that want you to make it, not just gonna show you to death. So, guys, thank you again for this wonderful episode, and we're out of here.
Well, honestly, I do want to say one final thing. I just want to remind everybody to live the dream, eat ice cream, and like it says on a T-shirt, that only certain people can get if they buy toys. You know, would you like to finish it off, anybody?
Stay content.
Stay
Music
content.
is started.
Stay content.
Yeah. And those on the podcast, thank you for listening. Peace.
We out of here, motherfucker. Later.
We're building.
I can't wait to get my neck frozen. He's down and stand for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the dojo. Now shawty wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for. Running to these plays, no hassle. Couldn't spend what I spent on gas though. Now she wanna pull me in, no lasso. With a bottom Montclair, didn't match though. Shit.
Man, you wanna act like an asshole. Man, you wanna burn this cash sight. Knew that fella and I got it from sight. Just started this shit and I feel like Mike to get my neck frozen. Each time it's down for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focus. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the dojo. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seeds like what I need a bag.